Hi everyone, Mathman here. So this is going to be part 2 of loading 338 lapua. So if you haven't seen the first one, jump back and watch the first one, is where we decap, clean the primer pockets, uniform and a knee. So we've done all that and we've done the cleaning. So we're now back at the area 4190 press. So we got this set up now. So I've just set up this first die. I got the 338 lapua shell holder in there, and it's just there, and it's just coming up and just touching the die. Very little cam over, just the faintest, just to make sure that it is all the way in. So I've got the die set up. I've turned the micrometer setting back a little bit, and we can go on, and we're gonna neck size the first one. I'm going off the neck sizing measurements. So the brass itself, we took it down to 14 thou. So when we neck cut this, we trimmed this down, so it's 14 thou both sides. So what we do is we add 14 thou, and 338 together, which will give us 366. So that's the whole thickness right the way across. And then we're going to take it down 2 thou. We're going to have a minus 2 thou neck size, which takes us to 0.364, and I've got a 0.364 neck size in collet in the die. So we just dry lube, send it up into the die, nice and slow and steady, drop it out, and you can see, hopefully you can see, there's a little mark. See if I can get something to show you. So I marked it, and we're coming down to here. So there's a little line here of we've neck sized this all the way down to this little mark. So I just want to go down just a little bit further. So I'm going to turn this down just a touch. Redo it. I'm going to go a little bit more. I don't quite want to go all the way to the shoulder. There we go. Hopefully you can see that now. We are down. I'm going to put some more dry lube on this, and you might be able to see it a little better. Let me just run this through the die again. Okay, so now we are down to just above the shoulder. There's maybe 1 millimeter from the edge of the shoulder up. So I've neck sized over 3/4 of the neck, which I like to do. I don't like to go all the way down, but about 3/4 of the way down. So there's the first one neck sized. Let me just go and get a tray to put these into. I've got a big enough tray here. I can't see a tray big enough, so let me just put these. I'm just going to pop these into a pot. So the next one coming out again, we just put it into the couple of times into the dry lube, up in, and then just gently push it in and neck size. And again you can see we're just above the neck, and that's perfectly neck sized. All we need to do, just remember each time, a little bit of dry lube, bring them up into the die, it's neck sizing it back, nice steady movement every time, and you can see there all the way around where it's slightly discolored, you can see it's neck sized almost all the way down, but not quite to the shoulder. Okay, I'm going to run through and finish these off, and I'll bring you back up and we'll set up for doing the setting the bump shoulder. Okay, so we're coming to the end. So here's my dry lube, and all I'm doing is dipping the case a couple of times, tap it, get any excess off, and then run it through the die. Nice, slow, gentle. And once it comes out, I just get a little towel and I just wipe in the excess off. So again, just in the lube. Nice, steady, slow, smooth action every time. And there you can see it's all excised. 2 more to go. There you go. Like I said before, we're excising these back to 0.364. That's the setup with the thickness of the brass and everything we've got, and we're using the red in dies, red in excising dies. So this is going to be the last one. So there you go. Doesn't take long, nice and smooth, and we have the batch all excised. So the next one now is going to be going through, and we're going to be bumping the shoulder back a couple of thou. So I'll bring you back when that's ready. Okay, so we put I've got the shoulder bump die in here now, and I am using the Redin competition shell holder set with all the different size shell holders, the different depths. So it comes with 5 different depths and the original one. So what we've done is we set the die to come down just to touch the shell holder, so it's there, perfect, touching the shell holder. So this is the shell holder with the deepest or the thinnest adjustment on it. So this is going to give it the least amount of bump. So how to explain it is the case is going to sit lower down inside the shell holder, and as we go up in sizes it brings the case up so we can get to our 2000 bump. So I'm going to be using the Hornady lock and load headspace comparator kit, and it's calling for the E420 comparator. So I've set this up on the gauge. The only reason I'm using this is I haven't got the Redin, the one with the dial gauge on it yet. I've got it for 308 7mm and 300 Win Mag. I haven't got one for 338 lapua. I have it on order, so we'll use this. This works just fine. So you can put the case in. All we've done to this case is excised it. Just pop it in, just turn it, and you can see there we're at 0. I've already zeroed it, so we're at 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a little bit of this case lube just up over there, a little bit on the finger, and then bring it up into the die. I like to do it twice. Give it a wipe off, and then we can measure it. And with this first run with this shell holder, you can see we're at maybe 1 thou over. So it's actually made it longer, and the reason is because it has just tightened up the body a little bit. As it's gone into the die, it has tightened up this body just a touch, and it's stretched it about 1 thou. So this is now 1 thou longer than where we were before. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to change this shell holder out. So we can just pull the clip out. That one can go back in the box because we're not going to need that one because that's the 10 thou over. So I'm going to skip one and I'm going to go straight to 6 thou over or under, whichever way you want to do it. I can pop that back in. Run into contact, and then with the case again, we can just double check the case this time. So we're at 1 thou over. We now need to go in, lube it again, lube it every time it goes in these dies. You don't want them sticking in there. So now we can pop it in there. Again, run it through twice. We're going to wipe it off and wipe the shoulder off because that's where your measurement's going to come off. And now we can go in, put it in, turn it, and we've gone to 1 thou under. So this has actually taken us to 1 thou under. So it's squeezed it back. 2 thou altogether, because we did stretch it a little bit when we went through the first pass. Second pass with the new shell door, we're now 1 thou under the 0 where we started. Still, I need to go just a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this one off and step up to the next one, because I want to be 2 thou bump on it. So this time we can go to where it says plus 0.004. Just pop that one in. It's hand tight. Just set it on the die just so it all centralizes. And then we can just measure the case once again. There you can see we are 1 thou under. A little bit of lube on there again. Doesn't need a lot, just a little bit on your finger and wrap it around and then size it. Again, we'll run this through twice. Bring it back. I'm going to wipe all the lube off it. And there we go. Now we're touch over 2 thou, very touch, just over 2 thou over. So that case now has been through the sizing, through the bump die. It's just squeezed it just a touch down here, not a lot, and it's bumped the shoulder back 2 thou. Exactly what I want is 2 thou. So that case is done. Got another fresh one. Now all we've done on this is neck size, so we're going to put it on the gauge. And there you can see we're on smack on 0. So we need this, hopefully after a little bit of lube on your finger, just run it over the case so it doesn't stick. Let's run this through again. Pull him out. Back in it for a second time, and then we're going to wipe this down. We can put this back into this gauge. And there we are, 2 thou bump. Exactly where we want to be. Okay. So it's just a matter of going through, and once you're happy with the results that you get in, you don't have to check them every time then. So this one's just a touch under the 0. So it's not quite as stretched as the other ones. So again, with this little bit of lube on it all the way up and down the case. Pop it in. Out, and a second time wipe the lube off. And then that one there is about a 3 thou, so it just took it just a touch more, but it's still well within where we want to be. Let's just do one more while we're on camera. So there you go, exactly 0. Little bit of lube all over the case. Just wipe these off. There you go, 2 thou bump, perfect. So now that they're all coming out like that, I know my setup is good. So we've done the neck size and we're using the red in dies. We've got the shoulder bump die in there now, and we're using the the 0.006 depth shell holder, the case holder. We're using the unique Hornady case lube, and we're bumping back the shoulders on the 338 lapua, and we're using the lock and load Hornady headspace comparator kit to do all our measurements. So there you go guys, so that's going to be the neck sizing done and the shoulder bump done. So once I've gone through and done all these, what will happen then is I'm going to go in and we'll start measuring them and see if they need a trim. So let me run through and go through all these, get them bumped, and then we'll bring you back at the end. So coming down to the last couple now, so this one is just a thou over, a little bit longer than the other one, so just put a little bit of lube on there, run it through the dye, you can just wipe this off again. There you go, that one's 2 thou, so it bounced the shoulder 3 thou. We were 1 over, now we're 2 under. So it's pretty good setup, this zero press with these red in dyes. Very consistent, they're throwing out very consistent results for me. So the last one, we just check that one just to finish off. There you go, 2 thou under. Okay, so we've bumped the shoulder back on all those. Let me just clear up this little bit of mess here, and I'll bring you back and then we'll do the measuring. Okay, so we finished off doing the neck sizing and bumping the shoulder back, and it's coming to do we're going to check the length. So going by the lineman book, I have a lineman book here, the 50th edition, and I'm also using the Hornady 10th edition book as well, and we've got them both opened up on 338 lapua. And it's given us a overall length of the case to 2.724, but trim to 2.714. And then over in the Hornady book, it's given me the exact same measurements. Maximum length 2.724, which is the same there, and trim to 2.714. So let's go in and measure a few of these. So starting off, let me make sure that is zeroed. So the first one coming out is 2.718. So it's well under the minimum. And then this one is 2.722. So it's 4 thou longer, but still under. And this one is 2.721. So it's still under the maximum, but there is a variation. And that one is a 2.720. So they are over, oh, excuse me, they are over some different lengths, but they are under the main size of 2.724, and there's that one at 2.723. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim them. They are a 338 lapua. It is going to be they are precision rounds, they're going to be long range rounds, so I want to get everything as close as I can. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up and we're going to trim them on the Henderson case trimmer. So that's probably going to be the next video, guys. So you can see these are all different lengths, but underneath where we need to be. Oh, there's one there which is 2.725. So that one's actually stretched over a little bit. So we're definitely going to go and trim all these. We're going to get them all the same length. Everything's going to be exactly the same using the Henderson trimmer, and that'll be in the next part. That'll be part 3. So if you enjoy these videos, guys, please please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. That'll keep you up to date whenever we're doing any new videos. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll catch you on the next.